ever honored by the service of our country's military, both its men and its women, and what they do to protect the freedoms and the way of life that we have in this country. Traveling from one end of the world to the other can be a very trying experience for any of us. I know I've done it. But it can be even more challenging for a lot of reasons for those men and women in uniform, whether they're rushing home to be with their families for a period of time or making their way to new duties where they're assigned either here in the United States or abroad.
You know, a lot of it we were talking about what to say, do you build notes, but I think if you guys heard some of the conversations around this room, nobody needs notes, nobody needs anything to say how important USO is to our military service members all throughout. Sometimes it's just getting the little convenience bag to wash the face, sit down, watch a movie, or to make that phone call home or with families. There is nothing more important than that. But as we know, it doesn't happen alone. It's the USO, our local delegations, and the Nevada delegations. You guys made this happen, and we appreciate it.
Because so many of us, as our congressional delegation has mentioned, spend a lot of time in this airport. And I can't tell you the amount of times that I've come through here and seen our heroes curled up on the floor sleeping on their the stuff that they were carrying. And I would stop what I was doing, go pick up a phone, and call one of the hotels in town and say, you know, some of our real heroes are here, and their plane got canceled. They're going to be here for another 24 hours. Would you put them up? Without question, it was done, and it was done as a gift from the hotels. That's what our people in this town think of you heroes. As you have heard before by the previous speakers, there were stops and starts. Nothing worthwhile, I guess, is truly easy. All of us called everybody we knew to help out, to get this done. I personally called a man who's been a friend of mine, I am very proud to say, for most of my life here in Las Vegas. And he said, what can I do to help? And he jumped in with both feet, and I am very proud, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce to you the man that, in my opinion, which I respect, this would not have come to this day had it not been for him. And he is Nevada's #1 son. There is no one that cares more about our military than this man. And would you give a big round of applause and a big welcome? And I am most honored to introduce my friend, Senator Harry Reid.
As Wayne and others have mentioned, there's been a lot of stop and starts, but all that relates to money. We had, I appreciate very much the largesse of the county commission. That's wonderful because we had that as a foundation for this. But the reason we didn't get it done sooner is no money. This takes money. USOs need help. And with the economic problems we've had, this thing has been slowed up even more. This USO Center is the first new one in Nevada since World War II. Neither the USO or this US Center would be what it is today without Wayne Newton. Wayne Newton is a very, very famous Nevadan. He's been performing here since he was a kid. He was chosen to replace Bob Hope as to lead the USO. He's traveled the world over. He's entertained the military since the Vietnam War. He was the first performer to go to Afghanistan and was part of the first tour of the USO that went to Iraq. People often think Wayne and I would have little in common. He's an entertainer. I work for the government now. He's a Republican, I'm a Democrat. But that's what makes our relationship as strong as it is. That's what makes our friendship real and powerful. The truth is we have many important things in common. When it comes to doing all we can for the men and women in our military, and Theodore back home. When it comes to making Las Vegas and Nevada as strong as it can be, there isn't an inch of daylight between us. This is a wonderful day in my life to recognize that with the generosity of people here in Southern Nevada that we're going to have this facility. And you, Wayne, thank you very much.